She left me at the altar. 20 years later, she knocked at midnight. The church bells rang that morning, but only in my memory. Outside, the summer air was still, thick with the scent of lilacs and promise. Inside, I sat alone in my tuxedo, hands trembling on the pew where she should have sat beside me. Her absence wasn't just a moment. It was a weight that settled over my chest and never left. 20 years passed and I built walls around my heart, each brick made from unanswered questions. Then last night at exactly midnight, a sound shattered that silence. Pit, pit, pit. 3 knocks. Slow. Measured. I froze. My heart jerked as if it recognized a rhythm it had longed for, waited for, feared. I walked to the door, each step heavier than the last. And there she was, Margaret, standing in the rain-soaked darkness, the same shawl she wore that day, clinging like a shadow of the past. She didn't speak, just waited. The porch light flickered, casting her face in fragments, a reflection of the woman I had loved and lost. Her hair, damp from the rain, clung to her cheeks. One shoe untied, water pooling at her feet. "Can I come in?" she whispered. I stepped aside, and the house, my sanctuary of solitude, felt suddenly smaller, tighter. 20 years of silence now pressed against us like the walls themselves remembered the day she left. I offered her a towel, but she didn't take it. Her eyes wandered the room, the mantel, the broken clock, the framed photograph of a wedding that never happened. "It's still here," she said softly. Her words carried the weight of decades. I poured her tea, remembering how she liked it. 1 sugar, no cream. The steam curled between us, fragile and uncertain. When she reached for the cup, I noticed the scar on her wrist. Thin, pale, deliberate. A story she had survived, one I would never ask to hear. She caught my gaze and hid it. "I didn't think you'd still be here," she murmured. "I didn't think you'd find me," I replied. Her lips trembled, almost forming a smile that stopped midway. The clock ticked, slow, deliberate, cruel. Outside, the rain softened. Inside, every breath felt amplified. "I came to make things right," she finally said. "What needed fixing?" I asked. Her fingers traced the rim of her teacup. "You wouldn't believe me if I told you. Try me." The kettle hissed faintly in the background, like static in a forgotten radio. She looked up and I saw fear, not of me but of memory. "The morning of the wedding," she whispered, "I saw something I shouldn't have." I waited. The words hovered, trapped behind her teeth. Her eyes drifted to the window. Her reflection was gone, swallowed by the night. I wanted to ask what she had seen, why she ran, why she returned, but she whispered again. "Do you still keep it?" "The ring." My breath caught. 20 years tucked in a drawer, untouched. "I knew you would." She rose, moving through the hallway. I followed. The house seemed alive, holding its breath. Her shawl trailed a thin thread across the floor, a fragment of her, lingering, deliberate. The kitchen light glowed soft, almost unreal. The tea steamed between us, fragile as a heartbeat. She didn't drink, just held the cup, anchoring herself to the present, a tether to a past that refused to release her. "I shouldn't have come," she said. "Then why did you?" Her gaze lingered on the window, the rain tracing glass like a memory she could not escape. "When you love someone," she whispered, "you think you can protect them from the truth. But sometimes, the truth is the only thing that keeps them alive." She revealed the secret at last. I left because of what I saw that morning. In the mirror. It wasn't my reflection. The words struck me like shards of glass. Something unseen, something impossible had haunted her. The house seemed to contract, drawing the past into its walls. Her hands trembled. The steam from the tea faded, but the tension remained. The clock ticked unevenly, a metronome to our shared memory. "Do you ever hear it?" she asked. "Hear what?" "The bells. The ones that never stopped ringing." Suddenly I heard them too, distant, impossible, echoing through the house like time itself had fractured. Her bag left behind revealed a letter. Yellowed, fragile, addressed to me. The date. The day after our wedding that never happened. Daniel. I saw something that morning, something that told me I couldn't stay. No greeting. No farewell. Just truth left to linger. My chest tightened. My hand trembled. The hallway stretched before me, empty. Her cup still steamed faintly on the table. The letter felt alive in my hand, as if it had waited for this night to speak. I followed her letter's echo to the chapel. Dust shimmered in the candlelight. Two flames burned, one steady, one flickering, between them the space where we should have stood. Wet footprints led to the altar, stopping just short. Someone had been here. Someone had left traces of memory behind. "Margaret." My voice broke. No answer. Only the echo, uneven, stumbling. I knelt beside the footprints. Cold, damp wood beneath my fingers. The altar held a small glass holder. Wax still warm. She had been here. Or her memory had. Outside fog thickened. Mist covered the path. The memorial stone, newly carved, bore her name, Margaret Ellison. Beneath the verse, "Some promises do not die, they wait to be answered." The bells tolled 12 times. The air shifted, alive with the weight of all we had lost. A single knock, soft, hollow. 3 times. Not to return. Not to enter. But to say goodbye. I left the chapel, the fog lifting. The ground warmed beneath me. Her letter lay at the base of the stone. And as the last echo faded, I heard her voice, soft, certain. "Good night, Daniel." The past finally resting.